Hi folks, welcome to another Build Fly Go video. This is our return from the Petit fly-in at Petit Mountain in Little Rock, Arkansas. It was a fantastic event. You see all the airplanes that were there. Our first stop is at Little Rock Airport, where it's short. I think it's like a 10-minute flight at most, basically straight east. Some interesting airspace there. Check out the sectional. There's some restricted areas and an airbase and a couple of airports underneath the Little Rock Charlie airspace. The reason for stopping at Little Rock was I wanted to go into town. I used to live in Little Rock. I wanted to go into town and grab some pizza at a old favorite pizza shop that was in town called Damgoode Pies. So I called a couple of there's two FBOs on the field, and I called and asked them what their fees were and all that, and if they had a crew car. And Lynx FBO has no fees, has reasonable-ish priced fuel for the size of the airport. I think it was about $5, or just over $5. And they had a crew car that they were happy to let me borrow for a couple of hours. So I went in late morning and flew into Little Rock. Had them top off, which was about 12 gallons. I'm usually quite happy to pay overpriced fuel if there are other services that come with it, and in this case, definitely there were. They were very helpful and let me borrow the car. So I drove around. I saw the old house, and I saw the old university I worked at, and I stopped for lunch and had some fantastic pizza. It was truly exceptional. Um, and Here we are, the line person taking care of us. And here's the return with two 14-inch pies in the heading back to Madison. Fairly uneventful. It was a VFR flight back. Um, very, very VFR for most of the way. It sucked in a little bit once we got to the Madison airport area, and I had to file in the air once I started talking to Madison. But you'll see that coming up. Little Rock is pretty. There's a river that goes just over the north of town. There's North Little Rock, which is a separate town on the north side. And I learned to fly at the North Little Rock Airport, which used to be 1 Mike 1, and its name changed to Kilo Oscar Kilo Charlie, I think. Um, I don't know. No idea why the change. But anyway, here we are, flying back. You see me leaning out, and we'll accelerate through sort of the boring, nothing's going on part of the flight here. Um, I think we accelerate till roughly the Janesville area, if I remember right. That's where the weather started to get a little funky, and I figured, okay, it's time to climb over this a bit so you can see the clouds coming up. Yeah, so there's a layer here. Madison's forecast was showing broken, and I'm usually happy to go take a look at broken and see if it really is broken, and if necessary, file and get down through it. Um, I've got my messenger there. I was just texting the wife and letting her know that I was almost back. Um, that warning you see there is the left tank, which is low. My right tank was still pretty full. Tons of fuel, so no issues there. I had already switched to the right tank, but the left tank lights came on. I'm talking to Rockford. I think you can see Madison coming up. There was some concern about icing in Madison. At this point, I had filed, and you can see I pulled up the approach plates for 1-8. The controller was very helpful. He had gotten reports of icing already going through that layer, so he got me through the layer very quickly. And as soon as we got through, it was, pretty clear below and not bumpy or anything. It was actually quite nice. And I ended up doing a visual approach to 1-8, so no need for instrument procedures. And as before, I think we cut across on Charlie, Bravo Delta, and coming up on the south ramp. As usual, thank you everybody for watching, and please subscribe. It really does help get more attention and get more people looking at things. I was just messaging or calling for fuel. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.